Alright guys, I'm back finally, but we're in real life. But today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to take off a carb on any of one of these small engines. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same for 212s, but yeah. First, we got to start off. Here's the tools. A flathead, I have to definitely change that. But anyway, a pair of pliers or side magnet. If you're like me, probably fall under there, but that's not me. Then you gotta get a 10 mil. These for hose clamps, you know. Then you need your fingers. You gotta take off all of this stuff. And then I'd recommend a towel, rag, some carb cleaner, or brake clean. Depends. They both work good enough. But first, I'm going to start by replacing this, but I'll be back after that. Alright, I'm back with my actual screwdriver. First, we're going to have to take this pull cord out of the way. Now, you're going to have to pull it, obviously. Then, we're just going to try to get it out of the way as best as you can. This engine has a little compression, but it runs. Alright, now we got clear access to there. So now we grab our screwdriver and you just untighten these two. Eventually. I'm not good with one hand. Alright, there we got the first one off. Now we gotta get the second one popped off. And once you get these things popped off, it goes really fast. Also, I would recommend a metal tray if you're doing long projects. Now you just gotta fight out there. But like a metal tray magnet holds all your stuff. Then for this, we're gonna need two 10 mils. I hope. Yeah. Then you gotta loosen them. Lefty. I'm used to not holding a phone while I try and do this. Once when you get it pried off, good enough. See, this is what this magnet's for. It's just under there. But, so say if it was like a rider and it fell, this would be really handy. But you gotta remember too where all the bolts go. This does not apply for riders. For like the hose design and throttle maybe, but for a lot of this, or you could drop it like I do. Now this should come right off. Now this one wasn't hooked up right because somebody else was in here before. But that is your primer thingy, a jigger. But anyways, here we gotta grab this, and you just go up to this hose clamps. They might have screwdriver ones if somebody's been in there before and changed it. Sorry if I have bad recording skills. It's my first time in real life. If your tank is full, you gotta make sure that don't go everywhere. But now, you can see we got the hose off and all that. This, let's see. Nope, you gotta tilt that one. Then with the spring, you gotta make sure when you take off this spring, you gotta make sure, or we could just do that. It's easier taking it off from the governor, I guess. There. Now make sure you remember to put both those on. Because even the slightest This tension can mess up with your idling or throttling. Now we got the carb off. Here's a gasket for that. That goes in front. And the gasket's already stuck on there. But that's all you need to know, how to take off a carb. But anyways, if you guys got any questions in the comments, tell me. I'll probably be able to answer them. But yeah, it's pretty simple. You just need a couple tools, and that's about it.